Right, I'll be away for a week.
Okay. That's so out of the blue. And where are you going?
Just on a short trip.
With who? With another girl?
Maybe.
Okay, fine. Be like that.
Be like what? I'm going with this chick.
I knew it.
Anyway, pack my bags for me. In that black American Tourister suitcase.
Because?
What do you mean because? I said pack my bags.
And I'm asking you why I should do that for you? You're having an affair and going on this random short trip with a woman. Why in the world would I pack your suitcase for you? What kind of wife would be willing to do that?
You did it for me last time though, didn't you?
Yes, that was because you went on a business trip. This clearly isn't the same thing.
Oh, you fat cow. That's why you make it easy for me to cheat on you.
And what's that supposed to mean?
Look at you, you cold-hearted witch.
Excuse me? You cheated, and you are still cheating on me. I have every right to be mad at you.
Well, I only cheated because you're a pathetic wife who can't do anything to please her husband.
What?
Say, my mom needs some money for groceries or whatever. Make sure to give her $500 or something for the month.
Okay. And why should I be the one to do this when she's your mother? If you have the money to go on a trip, then surely you have money to give to Susie. I'm not your slave. You give it to her.
That's my money, and I'm gonna spend it however I want. I ain't giving any money to her.
Then let her be. What's the problem?
Man, I should have never married you. Biggest regret of my life.
Well, ditto.
Speaking of that, those papers you filed for alimony. I got them from your stupid wacko lawyer. But that's not gonna work, you know? We signed the prenup, remember?
You were the ones who made the conditions for that prenup.
Still, you signed it. That means you agree that whether infidelity's in question or not, you can't charge me a penny for anything. That means that you won't get anything for the alimony either. Genius idea on my part, right?
Well, I don't agree to that.
Well, you disagreeing means nothing under the law. Got it?
I can't believe I wasted 5 years of my life being married to you. I really just can't believe it.
And that goes for me too. It looks like we're on the same page then.
Well, good. At least we agree on something. Do you know how much damage you've inflicted on me from all of this? I get constant migraines now, even just by talking to you. Sometimes I even break out in hives. I never used to be like this, and I was way healthier before I met you. You have no idea what you've done to me.
I get stomach aches too, you know. So you're not the only one whose stress shows up with physical signs, you son of a cow.
You're the worst human being I've ever met, Ryan.
Oh, boo-hoo, look at me. I'm bawling. Oh, just shut your pie hole, you fat cow.
Whatever, Ryan.
Right, well, make sure to tell me what the courts decide regarding those divorce papers we sent. There's nothing more I want than the darn divorce to go through.
You and me both, Ryan.
Fine, well, I'm off to have a fun time with my lady now. Don't even think of ruining it for me, okay?
Whatever. Have fun.
Oh, I will, Megan, I will.
OMG, Megan! Megan! Please answer me! Hi, Susie. What's wrong? OMG, Megan. Thank God you're there. Are you okay? Are you hurt? No, I'm not hurt. Susie, I'm fine. What happened? It's Ryan. He's been in an accident. OMG, no. I just got off the phone to the police. OMG, my son. What should we do? OMG, really? What happened? He missed a curve while driving up a mountain range and fell from the guardrails. Megan, OMG. OMG. Apparently, there was another woman with him inside the car. She was sitting on the passenger seat. I thought that would have been you, but it wasn't. OMG, I'm so glad it wasn't you. Yeah, Susie, Ryan's been cheating on me. So I think that's her. He was cheating on you? No, that can't be. He was. With who? I'm not sure, but that's her. He told me 5 days ago that he was off on a short trip with her. So, I mean, I don't know what to say. This is a lot to take in. So, he was with another woman. I mean, he is a handsome guy, and he's always been popular with the girls since he was a boy. I'm not surprised there, but... Okay. And he has such a kind heart. He called me just this morning asking me what I wanted as a souvenir. He said he would get me sweets, but he thought that would be too much sugar for me. So we were just talking about other options. I never got to decide what I wanted, and I left it up to him. He would have chosen something really nice and healthy for me. OMG, what am I going to do? What's happening here? I'm so sorry, Susie. I can't believe you didn't know about this. I'm surprised that the police called me before they contacted you. I guess they checked his phone records, and I was probably the last person he spoke to. Oh, dear. Yeah. Megan! Is that all you can say? What is with your attitude? Your husband just died. I'm telling you that Ryan, he's never coming back. And is that all you can say to me? Okay, no, I'm upset. Of course I am. But if I'm honest, you don't particularly sound too upset yourself. Maybe it's because this is over text, so I can't quite tell how you're feeling, but... Should you be worried about how I'm feeling anyway? Shouldn't you be worried about other things right now? No! And if you think I'm concerned about his life insurance money, then you're wrong! Susie, I never mentioned a word about his life insurance. I didn't even know he had that. Of course he does! I was the one paying for it until he turned 18. Anyway, he's not coming back to me anymore. OMG, no. No. Right. And what are you going to do now, then? What do you mean? Well, Ryan's not with us anymore. Right. I'll have to figure that out myself, then. I mean, you just told me about this awful news. I need to let it sink in. I mean, I'm just as lost as you are here. Well, do you want to move into my house? Sorry? That'll be a good idea, don't you think? You can live with me and take care of me. I've been looking for a maid, but they're hard to find without suspecting them of theft and whatnot. I'd rather have someone I know and trust. I can trust you, right? Right, but I'm sorry, that's a bit of a stretch. I mean, thanks for the offer, I guess. But I can't promise you anything, Susie. Megan, we're still family, right? We still need to support each other, don't we? Right. But I just need time to think. Why? What is there to think about? You surely can't pay for the rent over there on your own. You don't even have a job to support yourself with. Yes, but... And remember how we talked about all of us possibly living under the same roof one day? I mean, sure, that would have been a bit further down the road, maybe in a decade or so. But things were just brought forward, right? Yes, I remember that conversation. But that was basically your suggestion, and I agreed to it at the time to be polite, but... I guess I never thought you meant it. Well, then you can decide for yourself now. Come and live with me, darling. All of Ryan's belongings are here. You can be with them in his memory. Understand what I'm saying here? Yes, I understand. But no, I can't move in with you. I don't think I can do that. You just said so yourself that you wanted a maid. And I'm not willing to be one for you. So no, I'm sorry, Susie. Oh, I know, darling. I know I said that, but of course I would never treat you like a maid. Don't be silly. You're my son's wife. You're the closest person to him that I have. If I lose you, I don't know what I'd do with myself. Right. And again, I'm sorry about that. But I've seen the way you treat other people, not just me. You have a certain way of mistreating people, Susie. I can't deliberately put myself in a position where I'll be subjected to that every day. And that's what you're asking me to do. Why, how rude! I don't mistreat people, as you say. And anyway, don't you think this is a sign? A sign from God telling us to take this as a blessing in disguise and turn over a new leaf. We can build our new relationship here. Right here. This is where we can start fresh, right? I do understand where you're coming from, Susie. I just can't give you an answer right now. Please understand that I need some time. Okay, well, we need to organize Ryan's funeral. Right. You will help out with that, won't you? Sure. Okay, well then, I'll talk to you later about that then. Okay, sure. Bye for now then. Bye, Susie. Where are you? Susie, sorry? Where are you? Ryan and everyone else is here for his wake. I'm asking where the hell you are right now. I'm away. Away? What do you mean? Where exactly? I'm on a short vacation, Susie. What? On your husband's wake? This is absurd, Megan. Get back here right now. You're going to give me a heart attack. Susie, I guess no one told you, but Ryan isn't my husband anymore. What? Don't be absurd. Of course he is. We got divorced a long time ago. After the first time I found out that he was cheating on me. What? He apologized to me at first and I turned the other cheek. But then I found out that there were about 5 other women at least. I'm telling you the truth here. And I couldn't take it. I didn't have to. And I sure as hell didn't want to take any more of that. I deserve better. But you knew how much of a demand he is. You knew how handsome he is, so surely that didn't come as a surprise to you, right? I mean, men are like that, aren't they? You knew what you were getting yourself into, right? Well, yeah, he is a sweet talker and a gentleman. And with his good looks, sure, he's a heartbreaker. He really was. Then surely you can forgive him for that. He's just being a typical guy, isn't he? In any case, you have to come here to the wake. But Susie, imagine being cheated on by more than 5 women. Would you still love the guy? Oh, my love for my son is unconditional, and you know that. He totally forgot my birthday, our anniversary, Christmas, all of those special occasions. He was cheating on me all of those special days I should have spent with him. Would you stand that? Yes, but darling, you just have to bite your tongue sometimes. That's what marriage is about sometimes. But to find receipts of expensive presents that your husband bought for other women? For those other women! Imagine how you would feel. Can you imagine? Well, that only goes to show how successful of a man Ryan was then. Did he really afford those expensive things you say he bought those other women? Well, yes, but don't get confused in thinking that he's rich. His annual income was below average. Then how did he afford all of that? I'm pretty sure he borrowed it at the bank. It's not like I looked into it, but things are definitely pointing in that direction. If I'm not mistaken, I think you're also the guarantor of him. What does that mean? Am I to pay the bank back for the money he borrowed? That might be the case, yeah. Well, how much is that going to cost me? I really have no idea about that, but I'm sure you can easily call the bank and find out. Do you think his life insurance policy will cover that? Not sure, really. I can't help you out there, Susie. Unbelievable. Megan, are you really divorced? Yes. We always knew we were going to get one. It was finalized only a few days before the accident happened. Oh, gosh. Why is this happening to me? OMG, my boy Ryan. Also, while we're texting here, I have a lawyer and he'll be charging you for the damages on Ryan's behalf. Excuse me? What damages? Why should I be the one to pay for anything? For the emotional damage, or in other words, emotional abuse. I've had to see a therapist a few times and talk through my emotions with her. Otherwise, I would have had a mental breakdown. There's a lot I haven't told you here. But to cut a long story short, the charges will be to cover and compensate for those kinds of costs. And how much is that then? Roughly $20,000. What? I don't have that kind of money. Where do you expect me to come up with that kind of money? That's about the same amount as Ryan's life insurance policy. Oh, well, then that's perfect. If you have the money, then good. No! Hell no! No way am I going to give you his money! That's for him! And now that he's gone, it's for me! Yes, but you have to pay up for the charges either way, so you might as well pay it from that, right? I heard you signed a prenup. Isn't that right? Sure, but my lawyer said that it doesn't count in this case. Once the death of a spouse is involved, prenups don't really count. What kind of nonsense is this? Ryan knew how much it hurt me to see him cheat on me. He knew I had been crying almost every night. He knew all of it, and yet he still continued to see other women. Oh, stop being so dramatic over this. Men always cheat. It's in their nature. You didn't have to make it come to this. I did? No, he did. What are you talking about? He was the one who put himself in this position. And mind you, he wasn't the only one who did emotional damage. It was you too, you know. How did I do anything? Don't you remember what you told me before about my miscarriage? No, I never said anything. Oh, yes, you did. Don't lie, Susie. When I miscarried my baby during my first trimester, you said some of the worst things I've ever heard in my entire life. You said I was useless and worthless. I just had a miscarriage, and that's what you said. I never said that. Stop it! I have your text saved too, so there's no points in denying it. Megan, please. I just lost my son. Yes, I understand that. I also lost my ex-husband who had cheated on me with at least 5 women, intentionally hurting me, emotionally abusing me at home. And I had to put up with that for more than 4 years. I can't go to the wake and be reminded of all that. Please. I hardly have any money now. You can't charge me with all of this. Can't we discuss this in person and figure something out? No, this has all been discussed between me and my lawyer. So if you want to negotiate, you'd have to go through him. I've got to go now. No, don't you dare, Megan! Don't you dare! Are you his wife, then? I'm sorry, who is this? Ryan's girlfriend. Ah, right. One of many. What? I'm one of many what? Was he seeing someone else besides me? Sure. So were you the one involved in that car accident? Yes. And thanks to that, I broke both of my legs. I want to sue him for that. Well, now that I can't, I'm suing you. Sorry to break it to you, honey. Ryan and I have been divorced for quite some time now. So you can't sue me or get a penny off of me, dear. What? No, that's a
Why?
Nope. Sorry, honey. This is called reality.
So, what does that mean?
It means that there's no point in you and I having this text conversation.
Okay, well, then does that mean that I can inherit all of his money?
Really? Are you really asking me this question? I can't believe Ryan was seeing an airhead like you. Why did he stoop so low?
Excuse me? I'm still here, you know.
Sure you are. Oh, I know you are.
So, can I inherit his money then?
OMG. Wow. You're not blood related, let alone legally related to Ryan, so how can you inherit anything from him? Do you know how inheritance works?
Whatever. You're just his wife, and I was his lover at the end of the day.
And what, huh? Look, jeez. How about this? I'll give you his mother's number and you can talk to her about this, okay? You'll probably get a better answer from her than me.
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, I'm going to need your information so I can pass it on to his mother, too.
Oh, okay, sure. I'll send it to you.
Okay, I have it now. All right, well then, good luck.
Thanks. You're not such a bad wife after all.
Ex-wife.
Okay then, ex-wife. Bye.
Bye then. After that, Ryan's mother and this lover of his called Hannah met up and spoke. But to no avail. In the end, Hannah wasn't able to charge or sue a dime from Susie. All this led to was Hannah crying back home empty-handed and Susie also in tears having lost her only son. I also lost my ex-husband in the end. And after all of the adversity he put me through, I know it's going to take some time for me to heal from it. The only silver lining that came out of this was that I'm still able to get paid for the emotional damages that Ryan inflicted on me. Susie will be paying me for that every month, and at least I can use that money to start my life over again, single and happy. I still can't believe I lost Ryan, but wherever he is, in heaven or in hell, I hope he's not repeating the same mistakes there. He had better turn over a new leaf and leave all the women out there alone. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, please like it and see you in the next one. Amanda, hey, it's been a while, hasn't it? How have you been doing since the last time that we spoke? Well, I hope. Eric! Wow, what a surprise. Gosh, how long has it been since the two of us last talked? I almost can't even remember. Yes, I've been doing well, thanks. What about you? Everything good on your end? Are you still always swamped with work? Well, it has already been some time since I took over my dad's company. But thankfully, things have started to settle down a bit recently. Well, I am sure that if your dad could see you now, that he would be more than proud of you. You've really done some great things with his life's work. Thank you. And if I'm being honest, it was probably better that I took over the company rather than my little brother. But you're Tom's wife. I shouldn't be saying these things to you. That was rude of me. Sorry. No, Eric. I think that it is just as you say, to be honest. After all, we both know that Tom has a tendency to act before thinking. I really don't think he would be suited to run a whole company. I mean, just think of all the trouble he might cause. Not only for your company's clients, but for the employees as well. I know that Tom took it kind of harshly when you were chosen over him, but he is trying really hard with his own job. It's not his fault, though. He was just really spoiled by our parents when he was a kid. He is just used to getting what he wants. Right, I forgot that your parents had him quite a bit after they had you. Yeah, I think that might be why they raised him the way they did. I mean, he was practically raised as a single child by people old enough to be his grandparents. That is true. Even I've noticed that Tom doesn't handle it well when things don't go his way. But I was my parents' youngest child too, so it's not like I can really say that I wasn't spoiled either. It's just one of those funny things about having and raising kids, I guess. But actually, I am messaging because I just heard something about Tom's dad. Is it true that you really paid it all off for him? Yeah, I did, but it's really okay. I knew what I was doing. I don't know. I was just thinking, do you really think it is the best idea to do those kinds of things for him? I mean, he should be the one to pay it off, not you. I know. It's just I have been saving up for a long time, and I really don't like the idea of my husband carrying that much debt around with him. So I figured it would just be easier if I paid it and got it done with. And Tom agreed to pay me back in installments, so it really is fine. I just can't believe that Tom would even let you do that for him. Well, at least let me apologize on his behalf. No, it's really all right. It really wasn't even that much, I promise. It is really not that big of a deal. And Tom even agreed to stop betting on football, so I think we have seen the last of these problems. But, I mean, honestly, to rack up all that debt just by gambling. He's a married man now. He has other responsibilities that he needs to think about. Amanda, are you sure he isn't taking advantage of you? I don't know. I kind of think that it's okay for a wife to spoil her husband every once in a while. And I do my best to make sure that it never goes too far. Besides, one of the reasons people get married is to have someone they can count on when they get in trouble. You really are too kind. Do you know that? But if Tom ever takes things too far, please don't feel like you have to do everything for him. Thank you, Eric. That is very sweet of you to say. I just really can't believe him. It seems like he has been nothing but trouble for you since you two got married. I've tried calling him and telling him that he really needs to sit up and fly straight. After all, I'm probably the person that he fears the most in this world. I heard that you've done that. But please, Eric, I think you should just give him a break. At least this time. He is out on a business trip right now, and I think the last thing he needs is a talking to from his older brother while he's there. Oh, yeah, that's right. Well then, I guess I will just have to save my lectures for when he gets back. I promise that I'll say something that will scare him straight. Okay, thank you. I think he gets back in a couple of days. So, have your speech ready, okay? By the way, where did he go for his business trip? I think he might have mentioned something a while back, but I can't really seem to recall right now. Oh, that is no problem. I don't think it is a big secret or anything like that. He went to Chicago. Even though it's for work, this is the first trip outside of town that he has taken in a while, so he was very excited for it. He's even been sending me pictures of all the things that he's seen since getting there. Well, he should be taking his job more seriously. The business trip isn't some kind of free vacation. It's not that serious. Besides, I enjoy getting to see pictures of a town I've never been to before. You really are too kind. If I just paid off someone's debts and they went away on a trip, well, I really just don't know what I would do. Well, like you said, it's not a vacation or anything. He is there for business. I mean, I don't think he is the kind of person to take a trip somewhere all by himself anyways. But don't worry, I'll try and keep him on a tight leash just for you. I'll tell him that he should be focusing on his work when he sends me messages. Thank you, Amanda. I would really appreciate that. And if anything happens, just please let me know. I'll make sure he knows not to mess around on the clock anymore. Okay, Eric. Thank you. Hey, Amanda! Did you see the last picture that I sent you? Hi, Tom. Yes, I saw it. The hotel my company set me up with is just incredible. I mean, getting to stay in a place like this, it's like something from a dream come true. Well, yes, it is true the companies usually try and go out of their way to give their employees nice hotels to stay at during business trips. But I really thought that I was going to be in some dingy little motel with barely enough space for my suitcase. I guess this place had a lot of vacancies, though, so my company decided to give me a little upgrade. Is that picture you sent me from the room that you're staying in there? Yeah, it is. Isn't the view great? Then, who is that woman standing next to you? I can see her in the window reflection. What? What do you mean? I mean, why is there a woman with you in the room that you're staying at? I think something is up there. There is no woman here. What are you talking about? Are you sure you didn't see a ghost or something? Well, for a ghost, she shows up pretty darn clearly in your picture. Anyways, can you just tell me who she is? Now, Tom. Oh, her. She's just a coworker is all. We came on this business trip together. So they put a male and female coworker in the same room together? There weren't any other available rooms here. This was the last one, so we have to share it. You just told me that the hotel you're at had a lot of vacancies, remember? So what happened to all of those other rooms, huh? Your story isn't adding up, Tom. No, you've got it all wrong. I did say that, but, well, it isn't that weird to have to share a room on a business trip, right? Even if that were the case, you should have told them that you're married and didn't want to share a room with another woman. I mean, can't you see how it looks with that woman in your room? And now that I think about it, you did seem just a little too excited for the business trip. And the hotel looks more like some kind of luxury building than it does a normal hotel. No, it's not like that, I promise. We were just having a meeting here in my room. But there is nothing weird here going on at all, I promise. You just keep tripping over your own lies again and again, don't you? If that was really the case, then why didn't you just say so from the beginning? Is this whole business trip just a lie, too? Are you just traveling around with this other woman behind my back? Please, Amanda, let's just calm down for a second. Did you forget that I just used my own savings to pay off your debts? I do that and then you turn around and go on a trip with some woman? What are you even thinking, Tom? No, please, this is all a big misunderstanding. I just remembered I have to do something. I'll message you back soon, okay? Bye. Are you kidding me right now? You get back here and tell your wife the truth like a man. Don't run away from me. I'm not running away, I promise. I'll be back tomorrow, I swear. No, Tom. Don't even bother coming back here ever again, okay? I don't even want to see you ever again. Hey, Amanda. What's with this picture you sent me? It looks like the view from a hotel or something. Eric, I sent you a picture that Tom sent me of the hotel where he is staying at right now. He sent it to me not that long ago, and so I forwarded it to you. Well, it certainly is a nice room, but I'm a little confused as to why you thought to show it to me. Wow, does Eric's company really set up all of their employees in nice places like this when they go out of town? Eric, please. I need you to look closer. Look at the window. Do you see anything reflected in it? The window? Hold on a second. It's a woman? Yes! You can see her clearly too, right? I thought he was going to be in that room by himself, but now he's there with someone else. Someone else? Do you have any idea who it could be? No, I have no clue. But Tom was saying that he and this woman would have to share the room for his business trip. His business trip that I think has actually been a lie this whole time. So, you mean, you think that Tom is cheating on you right now? I think he might be, yes. Did you try talking to him or anything like that? I did, but he just gave excuses and told me contradictory things. It wasn't adding up. But if he really isn't on a business trip like he said, then maybe that was just another excuse to get away from this other woman. I don't know. I'm just so confused right now. What do you think, Eric? I think that now that you say all of that, something is definitely off. But I know Tom's CEO, so I will get in contact with him and see if I can get any more information about this whole business trip. We'll find out from his boss whether this trip is what Tom says it is. Thank you, Eric. I am so sorry to come to you with this, but it would help me so much. Amanda, I really don't even know what to say to you right now. I know Tom was pretty reckless and irresponsible, but I just don't even know how to react. What was even the point of all the things that I did for Tom's sake up until now? No matter how busy work was, I would always make sure to take care of the housework. I paid off his loans, and in the end, he was just using me this whole time? Honestly, if what you say is true, then he really is just the worst. By the way, do you know what he is up to right now? He made some excuse about having to take care of some business and stopped responding to me. He won't even pick up his phone when I try to call him. Well, that tells you just about all you need to know, right? If he is trying to avoid talking to you, then something has got to be up. I feel the same way. How could he do this to me? I don't understand. Well, Amanda, what do you want to do next? If you want, I have some pretty good lawyers that I could introduce you to. Lawyers? Do you really think I should go that far? Amanda, you didn't do anything wrong. My idiot brother did. So please, let me take care of him. You just focus on yourself right now. But I don't even know what I should be doing. I mean, I am sure he is thinking of some clever excuses to try and weasel his way out of this. Do you think he would come back with this woman when he returns here? Amanda, I think that you should talk to some lawyers and consider your options, even if it means getting a divorce. You have rights, Amanda. You don't have to take this lying down, you know? No, that still wouldn't be enough for me. Amanda, what do you mean by that? I mean, I want to take everything from that man and leave him with nothing. I understand. What Tom has done is just unforgivable. Eric, you told me earlier that if Tom ever took anything too far, that I shouldn't just let it slide, right? Well, yes, I did say that. Well, did you mean it? You said that I could call on you if I needed help dealing with Tom. Did you mean that too? Of course I did, Amanda. Maybe we have all been a little too soft on him lately. Well, I want to take everything from that man. And I do mean everything, Eric. When he comes back, he won't be coming home. He'll be entering into his own personal hell. Okay, Amanda. I can tell that you're serious. I'll help you get back at Tom. I promise. Hey, Amanda. My key can't seem to open the door to our house. Did something happen while I was away? Oh, Tom. You're home earlier than expected. Then again, I'm a little surprised you'd even come crawling back here now I know about your little affair. I guess it was a good thing that I called the locksmith when I did. Wait, what? You changed the locks on our house? Why would you do that? Did you really just ask that, Tom? But it's our house. I don't understand. Do you really think that you still even have the right to call this house ours? Where do you get off? Did you forget that I know all about your little secret, huh? But Amanda, I brought back so many souvenirs and gifts for you. I got lots of things that I thought you would like. So please, can't you just open the door and let your husband inside his own home? Oh, really? And who picked out those presents, huh? Was it that woman you were with? Did you really think something like that would make me change my mind about you? If so, then you're even more stupid than I ever thought. I don't need your gifts. Wait, Amanda. Please, can't we just talk? I can explain everything, I promise. Oh, really? Did you finally come up with a good story to tell me after you stopped responding to me yesterday? Is that why now you actually feel like talking again? You're right. I'm so sorry about yesterday. But there was just some serious business that I had to take care of right away. But now I am back and ready to talk about whatever you want. I promise. And just what do you think it is that I want to talk about, Tom? If you're going to try and tell me about the woman you were sleeping around with, then don't bother. I already know all about her. What? How do you know about her? So you really don't have anything else to say? Are we done here then? I guess all that is left is to have you sign the divorce papers, and then my lawyer can talk to your lawyer about alimony. What? But I don't want to get a divorce or anything like that. I don't remember asking what you wanted to begin with, Tom. Please, you at least have to hear me out, right? You don't have the whole story. Then once you hear from me, you can decide. That is only fair, right? I don't care. I have already made up my mind and there is nothing you can do to change it. Yesterday, I went with your brother down to your office to have a little talk with your boss. What? You were with Eric yesterday? I thought I'd get his opinion on your little picture after you stopped responding to me. But if you told my brother... Oh no. He is always such a jerk to me. Do you realize what you've done? I'm going to be in so much trouble. You're already in so much trouble, Tom. Besides, Eric promised to help me. We both agreed that we had let you get away with far too much and that it was time to do something about your behavior. Which means that not even your parents are going to be willing to take you into their home again now. What? But then what am I left with? And what does Eric have to do with this at all? He wasn't a part of this. Well, you will have to take that up with him. Eric told me that he would take care of you himself. Though I think that after that, you are probably never going to hear from him again. Okay, Amanda. I can understand why you're mad right now. But don't you think that you're taking this just a bit too far right now? What? Oh no, Tom. Did you think that I was done? Not by a long shot. Divorce you and sicking your brother on you isn't nearly enough to sate my anger. What are you talking about? What else is there? I mean that when you cheated on me, I decided that I would take everything from you. I want to leave you with nothing. No house, no family, no money, no job, nothing. And not just that. I want to make sure that you never talk to that other woman ever again. I don't understand. What are you saying? And just what did you go to my office to talk about? We just told them what you were getting up to on your vacation. Then your supervisor mentioned something about your inappropriate workplace conduct, as well as how you running off on your little vacation caused trouble for the company with your absence. It sounded like they had basically just decided to let you go. You mean that you two got me fired? You have got to be kidding me. I take one little spur-of-the-moment vacation and they think that's enough to fire me? It's not just that. We were told that in the past few years, your performance has really declined and that it's costing them more to keep you on than you are worth. I mean, why would a company want to keep a useless employee? Of course, they would try to find a way to fire you. Look, I'll own up to the fact that I shouldn't have taken that time off. But I'm a good employee. Oh, really? Because we heard that your work is always full of mistakes and is borderline unusable most of the time. Does that sound like a good employee? And don't think that you can talk your way out of this one. Eric and the CEO of your company appear to be quite close. And I asked both of them to not let you get away with what you've done. Why would you say something like that? You've ruined my career. Yes, there goes your job. Now I suppose it is time to move on to the woman that you were seeing behind my back. I don't think that she is going to be contacting you anymore. What is that supposed to mean? Did you get her to block me or something? What is going on here? I know that that woman was working part-time at the same company as you. So we asked for her contact info during our visit to your office as well. I guess she really didn't know who she was dealing with when she decided to carry on an affair with a married man. But how did you find all of this out? It all goes back to that picture from the hotel that you sent me, Tom. I showed it to your supervisor and he recognized her right away. You can't do that. That's an invasion of my privacy. You sent that photo to me. I can show it to whoever I want. And I had to show him some kind of proof that you were away on a little vacation. I guess it just so happened to be that I showed him the picture where your little girlfriend is reflected in the glass. Apparently, she told her boss there that she had the flu to get out of work, so she was technically on sick leave. But what did you tell her? Why would she block me? Because I told her that I would be suing her for interfering with my marriage unless she blocked you. She was so scared that she promised to never even go near you ever again, and to quit her job and go find work at another company. But she's a single mother. Didn't you know that? If you forced her out of this job, then how is she going to provide for her kids? That really isn't my concern. She should just be grateful that I agreed not to sue her. Besides, do you not even feel the slightest bit of responsibility for this right now? And do you think that I should really pull my punches with another adult making a conscious choice just because she's a single mother? I really don't care what happens to her as long as she keeps away from you. Amanda, you are taking all of this way too far. I'm only taking it as far as my hate for you, Tom. But it's not like I've ever cheated on you before this. I really think you should be a little more understanding and calm down. Tom, I have done so much to try and provide and help and support you. And yet this is the way you turn around and show your gratitude. I don't think I'm overreacting in the slightest. But why did you have to go and get Eric involved? I mean, I thought that you two really didn't even talk that much. When did you two get so friendly all of a sudden? To be honest, I didn't think that Eric would go as far as he did to help me with all of this. But I guess as your older brother, he has a strong sense of responsibility to clean up your messes. I should have married a man like him instead. How did I even end up with a good-for-nothing little worm like you? I can't get into my home. Can't even go home to my parents. Where should I go now? What should I do? I guess you better go pitch a tent or figure something out. Luckily for you, we have that camping set here in the house. I can hand it over to you if you want. Amanda, please. You are being ridiculous. I'm not going to go sleep on the streets in a tent. It's the middle of winter. And why is it my job to try and find you a place to stay anyways, huh? You got yourself into this mess. You figure it out. I have been in your corner, taken on your burdens, and tried to make sure that everything always goes your way for long enough. Well, I'm not going to be babying you any longer. You are on your own now. Do you hear me? I'm sorry, okay? I'm so sorry. About the cheating, the debt, all of it. Now just please let me back inside. Not even my parents are going to take me back now. I have nowhere else I can go. You know, the only reason that your brother agreed to help you in the first place was because he saw how much I was doing for you. How much effort I was always putting in to see that you had your needs and wants met. But he's my older brother. He should be helping me, not you. How can he turn his back on his own family like this? How can he be so cruel? You know, your brother even tried to apologize to me in your place. But you? All you have been doing is giving excuses and trying to get out of any kind of consequences for what you've done. Well, now I've made sure that you're all alone, with nothing left to your name. That way, you can never hurt anyone again. Tom stood in front of the house for a long time, crying and begging for forgiveness at the top of his lungs. He was causing such a scene that passers-by who saw him were bewildered at the spectacle of it. But I stood my ground and refused to open the door to let him in the house. I just went to another room and ignored him. The only time he heard from me again was when I presented him with the divorce papers and the details of his alimony payments. After that, I cut him off entirely and lived my life as if he never existed in the first place. It took some getting used to, of course. But soon I found that I was much happier trying to think about life that way. Now he hardly ever shows up in my thoughts, and I much prefer it that way. I still keep in touch with Eric, however. He still feels bad for me over the whole thing. He also kept his promise to me and agreed to never have anything to do with his little brother ever again. We don't talk that often, but I invited him to my wedding when I remarried. At first I felt a bit conflicted about inviting him, but I told him that I wanted to put the past behind me and go forward on my own path. To my surprise, Eric was overjoyed for me and gave me a ton of wedding presents. He seemed to really enjoy himself at the wedding, so I'm hoping that both of us have managed to release Tom from our thoughts and lives. It really is sad that the effects of Tom's actions did not just hurt me, but actually ended up hurting and affecting those around him as well. I can only hope that now he realizes the true cost of what he did. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this. Honey, I'm really sorry. Do you mind getting a frozen dinner from the store or something tonight? Or maybe you can order food for tonight. Huh? Why?
I don't feel great, hon. I don't think I'll be able to make anything tonight at this rate.
Seriously, Jess? You're still sick? How long do you plan on staying sick? This has been going on for over a week now.
It's not about getting better. I don't think this is just going to go away. I feel tired and nauseous. Honestly, it's a bit like when I had really bad anemia a few years ago.
Yeah, obviously I know being pregnant isn't like being sick. You know what I meant. So what? You still have morning sickness then? Is that why you're still nauseous? I thought the morning sickness went away after a couple of weeks. What gives?
I guess. I heard some people have really bad nausea in their first trimester and then it goes away. And other people continue feeling sick well into their third. Can we change the subject? Talking about it is making me feel kinda sick again.
Are you serious? You're going to be sick until you give birth?
I don't know, Ned. You can't really predict these kinds of things. But it's not like I feel under all the time. I have my good days too, you know.
You say that, Jess, but all you do is lay in bed. Ever since you got pregnant, you've just been sleeping more and more. I'm feeling sick this, and my head hurts that. Every single day, I tell you. All I hear are excuses.
They're not excuses, Ned.
You know, I've never met someone who had it this bad. All the other pregnant women I see are out walking and doing yoga or something. Why don't you walk around the block a bit? I'm sure you'll start feeling better once you get your body moving a bit.
I go out for a short walk in the mornings when I feel up for it and it's not too warm. But my doctor told me to take it easy and not to force myself.
Oh, is that so? Don't you think you should be getting more exercise anyway? I don't know. You're starting to get a little chubby. Maybe some yoga would do you good.
Really?
Oh yeah, you're really starting to pack on some weight. And I don't think it's just because you're pregnant, Jess.
But my doctor hasn't talked to me about my weight or anything like that. He would have told me to be careful if he was worried. Maybe it's just the swelling that's making me look fat?
No, I'm pretty sure you've gotten fatter, Jess. Trust me. If anyone knows, it's me. I don't trust that doctor of yours anyway. He wouldn't listen to me when I said you were having snoring issues either. You sound like a frickin' truck driver whenever you start snoring. It's horrendous.
Ned, do you have to say it like that?
What? I'm just being honest. You literally sound like a big old trucker that fell asleep in his cab whenever you snore. I get scared to death half the time I wake up. I keep thinking that I'm in some horrible nightmare or I got married to a guy at some truck stop, but then I realize it's you. If past me saw me now. Jeez.
Oh.
Anyway, what I'm trying to say is this is all because you don't exercise enough, okay? Go take a walk around the block. You've got more than enough time before I get back for dinner. You'll feel much better, I'm sure of it. Then you can get on with making me dinner. I can't go eating fast food every night like this. My stomach isn't agreeing with beer and burgers every other night. So I expect you to make me a decent meal tonight.
But, Ned, I really don't feel good right now. I can barely get out of bed without feeling dizzy.
That's why I'm saying it's still a while before dinner. Just get some fresh air and you'll be feeling right as day. Oh, and I want some of those steamed potatoes I told you about the other day. Got it? We both need some healthy vegetables after all.
But, Ned, I told you I can't. You can just get a healthy frozen meal at the store. I'm messaging you now because I don't think I'm going to be able to make us dinner tonight.
Don't make your problems mine, Jess. I'm asking you something very simple right now. You get to stay at home all day doing nothing but lying around and watching dramas. The least you can do is make us some dinner, woman.
Ned, I'm 8 months pregnant. I'm telling you I don't feel well.
Jess, how come you're not feeling well when every other woman with a child is out there going about their day normally? I see women with their bellies looking ready to burst at the gym doing Pilates, doing groceries, walking around in the park. Why are you the only one acting out and laying in bed all day complaining about a headache and whatever? You don't even bother to clean anymore. The place is a mess. You're not the only one living in that house, you know.
I'm doing my best, Ned. Okay?
You're sloppy. You don't put any effort into your duties anymore. What's the point of making you my housewife if you're just going to slack off like this all the time? I hate coming home to a dirty home, Jess. I work hard every day for our sake. The least you can do is make the place nice and presentable for me so I can relax when I come home. Who's the one putting food on the table, huh?
I'm sorry. I'll do better next time.
Why couldn't you just say that from the start? I'll give you time today to clean the room and the kitchen, okay? And for goodness sake, please do something about that lime scale in the bathtub like I asked you.
Ned, I'm sorry I didn't make you dinner tonight.
It's fine. I was thinking of getting something to eat anyway. But come on, Jess, couldn't you at least let me know you weren't going to make any dinner tonight before taking another nap?
I'm really sorry.
The house hasn't been cleaned one bit since I left this morning, too. What the hell were you doing the whole day?
I think I might have a cold. My fever is running at a 101 last time I checked. I thought I could sleep it off or something, but it just got worse. I felt really dizzy when I woke up this afternoon.
Huh? A cold? You never go anywhere during the day and you still manage to catch a cold?
I did go to the store yesterday to buy groceries, Ned. Maybe that's where I picked it up.
Unbelievable. All you do is stay at home and now you've somehow managed to catch a cold? What's with you? Do you just attract germs at this point, huh? You better not infect me too. Here.
I'll go sleep in the guest bedroom tonight.
Good. And disinfect the bedroom too while you're at it. I'm not going to be happy if you infect me. Use those sanitizer sprays we have in the kitchen closet, and make sure to spray everywhere. Oh, and change the sheets too. They're starting to smell musty anyway.
Ned, I don't know if I can do all of that on my own. I told you I'm still dizzy when I stand up and all.
Jess! I come back from work and you're still in bed. There's no dinner waiting for me, and the house is still exactly how it was when I left this morning. What are you even here for if you're just going to slack off all day?
Ned, what do you mean, what am I here for? I don't exist just to clean and cook, you know?
I'm not saying that, Jess, but sometimes I wonder if you're not forgetting who's putting food on the table every night. Just because you're pregnant doesn't mean you can neglect your duties at home. Don't get carried away just because you're carrying a baby.
What are you talking about, Ned? What do you mean I'm getting carried away?
Of course you are, Jess. I'm working myself to the bone every day, and what are you doing in return? Laying in bed and complaining. You don't do jack. You think you can just go, oh, I don't feel well, and then you'll be excused for loafing around and not doing any of your own work at home?
I'm not loafing around, Ned. You know this baby is yours too, right?
I know that.
No, you don't. If you knew that, you wouldn't be chastising me so much for feeling sick.
I'm doing my damn best to give you and that kid the best life they can. And what do I get? If anyone doesn't understand what the other person is going through, it's you.
I'm grateful for your hard work, Ned. But I just wish you would be more considerate towards me, okay? Why can't you make more effort to understand what it's like for me? Why don't you read up a bit more about pregnancy or pay attention when the doctor is explaining stuff to us? There are women who can move around and even exercise a bit while pregnant. And there are also women who have to take it easy like I do. It's not an illness or something, okay?
The only reason you're constantly sick is because you lay around doing nothing all day. You're neglecting your health. That's why you're feeling the way you do. Even before you got pregnant, you were slacking off and not doing the chores around the house properly.
I was doing the housework properly. All the rooms were tidy and the floors were always clean.
If you say so, Jess. You probably hired a helper or someone to clean the place while you were out and having tea with your friends or something.
Huh? Why would I do that, Ned?
Whatever. You're going to clean the place up before I get back. I want the place all tidied up and the bedroom sanitized. Think of this as punishment for not making me dinner. But Ned, I told you I have a fever.
And didn't you say you wanted to eat out anyway?
Don't give me that. I said clean the place up. And yeah, I'm going out for drinks with my work buddies tonight, so you'll have more than enough time to make the place spotless. Got it?
Ned, if you have time to go out drinking with your colleagues, then why can't you help me with the housework? Isn't that what a spouse should be doing instead of going out and having fun while their wife is sick?
Don't tell me what to do, woman. I do my job, you do yours. Don't make me pick up the slack for you. When you're done with your work, you can also go out and have fun. You'll have to get healthy first before you can do that, I suppose.
Ned, how can you say things like that? I'm your partner. I'm carrying your child, for goodness sake. How can you be so cruel? I'm doing everything I can to make sure our baby is born safe and sound. Even though I'm pregnant and struggling, you still refuse to do anything around the house. You tell me to do all of the chores, and if I don't meet your expectations, you tell me I'm worthless and a freeloader.
Hey, I never said you were worthless, Jess.
What are you even here for?
I'm not going to justify myself to you, okay? Just leave it. I don't want to be worked up when I'm about to go out and have fun, so just drop it already. I swear you're getting crazier by the day. You're psychotic, Jess. You do nothing around the house these days. The house is a mess and you don't even cook anything for me anymore. Not a single good thing has come out of this pregnancy thing.
I'm done talking about this, Ned.
Huh? What's that? Had enough?
It obviously doesn't matter what I say. I'll just do the chores the way you want. Clearly, that's all you really care about.
Yeah, good. Don't go arguing with me anymore. You agreed to this. God, you've really turned into a massive pain, haven't you? If only someone told me how difficult women could get when they're pregnant, I wouldn't have agreed to any of this. Jess, where are you? Frickin' hell, Jess, you're really starting to drive me mad. All this complaining about being sick and dizzy and you're not even home. I knew you were putting up an act. And you didn't even clean the place like I told you to. Your wife isn't here anymore, Ned. What are you talking about? Jess, where the hell did you go? Why didn't you clean the house?
Ned, this isn't Jessie speaking right now.
This is your number, isn't it? Don't give me that nonsense. I'm not falling for it.
Jessie was taken to the hospital for treatment.
What do you mean? Then who is this?
This is your mother speaking, Ned. What's the meaning of this?
Mom?
Yes, Ned.
Wait, is it really you?
If you don't believe me, Ned, I can always tell you the name of your middle school crush on here.
Wait, no, don't do that. I believe you, Mom. But what are you doing with Jess's phone? More importantly, what do you mean she was taken to the hospital?
Apparently, you forced your wife to do all sorts of chores despite her having a fever of 101. At least, that's what the nurses told me. She forced herself out of bed to start cleaning the house when she collapsed. Fortunately, she managed to call an ambulance to take her to the hospital. She apparently passed out on the way to the hospital.
What? But I thought she only had a cold. I didn't hear anything about a fever.
She clearly told you she had a fever. And she's pregnant after all, Ned. How could you force her to clean the house when she was in that condition? And now I hear you also went out with your friends from work instead of staying home with her.
No, that's not. I was invited to a work event. That's all.
Even if that were true, why were you out until this late? Shouldn't you be at home to look after your pregnant wife? What kind of husband is out and having fun with his colleagues when his wife is home sick?
Mom, it's not like I can say no to my coworkers. I didn't have a choice. I'm obligated to go along to these things when I'm invited. I'm sure your coworkers would understand if you told them you had to look after your wife, Ned. Don't tell me work is more important than your wife and child. What were you thinking? And forcing her to do all the housework? But all she ever does is loaf around all day. She doesn't do anything all day. I figured the least she could do was clean the house before I came back. Let her lay around and do nothing. She's pregnant, Ned. She's allowed to take it easy. But there are tons of women out there raising kids while pregnant, and other women still go to work right after giving birth. Those women can do that because their environment and circumstances allow it. They have the support from their partners and family. That's why they can do that. So where's Jessie's support? Huh? How is she supposed to do all those things when you're not giving her a lick of support and encouragement? I'm working myself to the bone to support her. That's no support, Ned. That's the bare minimum. Whatever. You can lecture me afterwards. Just tell me where Jess is. Which hospital was she taken to? Jessie told me explicitly not to tell you where she is. Huh? It's the least I can do for her right now, Ned. You're not qualified to support her anymore. That's why I'm telling you. You don't have a wife anymore. Jess, darling, please talk to me. Call me or message me. Anything. Please. I just want to talk to you and apologize about all of this. Are you still at the hospital?
I was released yesterday.
Jess, darling, are you feeling better? Is everything okay now? I didn't hear anything from you after that night. I was really worried about you, Jess.
I was hospitalized because I wasn't okay, Ned.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
The reason I answered today was because I finally got the courage to tell you something important.
Courage? What do you mean? What's going on?
I want us to separate.
Huh? What?
I can't keep doing this, Ned. I don't want to be with you anymore. I want a divorce.
Wait, Jess, what are you saying? Is this all just because I told you to do the chores that night?
No, it's more than just that. This has been going on since way before then. I asked you over a dozen times to look up what pregnancy is like for people like me. You never listen to what my doctor tells you, even when he explained I can't do any strenuous exercises when I feel sick. You still insist that I clean the house. You haven't offered to do anything around the house to help me out.
But I thought being pregnant wasn't like being sick.
It isn't, Ned, but it's still taking a big toll on my body and my mental health just having the baby inside me. Carrying a baby can be hard for some people, and giving birth is even harder. There's always a possibility of something going wrong, risking both the mother and the baby's life. You should know this, and yet you still treated me like some lazy, unmotivated freeloader.
I'm sorry. Mom scolded and lectured me a lot since that night you went to the hospital. I know how bad it can be now, Jess.
It's too late for that, Ned.
Darling, don't say that. We can still work through this, can't we? I mean, we're going to have a baby after all. We can't just give up now, right? This is the most important moment in our lives. Our child is going to need us.
Ned, I'll never be able to forget the things you said to me. Saying I have no use if I'm not cooking and cleaning for you. Telling me to do all the chores before you get home, even though I had a fever and felt like passing out. I finally realized that all the stress I've been dealing with was all because of you. My anxiety was always going through the roof right before you came home every night.
I'm sorry, Jess. I really am. I promise I'll help out around the house from now on. Please, let's not rush into anything we might regret, okay? I married you because I love you. Because I wanted to spend my whole life with you.
If you really loved me, why didn't you treat me better? If you wanted to be with me for the rest of your life, how could you say those things to me?
I expect better from someone who says they love me. I told you every day how much I appreciated you working to support us. But I never got so much as a thank you for all the work I did at home. A partner should always do whatever they can to support their loved one. That's what I think, at least. Well, what about our kid, Jess? Are you planning on raising our child on your own?
I guess I'll focus on raising the baby for the first year or so. Then I'll go back to working. I hear a lot of places have daycare facilities at their offices. I can figure the rest out as it comes.
Jess, being a single mother isn't going to be easy, you know. Of course I know that. But it'll be miles better than raising a child with you. Plus, my parents and your parents all agreed to help me in whatever way I need. Your mother even offered to watch over the baby if I'm having a hard time getting sleep and things like that. So I know I'll be fine. I have people in my life who actually care about me and are there to support me. I'll raise my baby better than you ever could. But Jess, that's our child. I deserve to raise them just as much as you do. You know I've always wanted to be a father. Excuse me? Where was that desire to be a father the last couple of months when I was the one carrying the baby inside me? You haven't shown any interest in our child since I found out I was pregnant. You even made fun of me saying I sound like a trucker when I sleep. And you always scoffed at the doctor when I had to go in for checkups. Every time I felt sick to my stomach, you would make a face like you were annoyed and left the house. I guess I just didn't realize what it would really be like to become a father. I figured that out very early in, Ned. Don't go acting like you just figured that out for yourself. You haven't acted like a proper husband once in the last 7 years, much less like a proper father. I promise, things will change, Jess. I'll do anything to make sure you feel supported. I'll put your health ahead of anything else, I swear. I don't trust a thing from someone who hasn't made any effort until I was almost at death's door. We'll discuss the divorce further once I hire an attorney. I'd suggest you do the same. Jess, wait. I'm sorry. I really am. I was a terrible husband. You're right. But I can't do this without you. I need you. These last few days have made me realize that I'm nothing without you. No. The only thing you want is someone who can do all the chores around the house for you. So go and hire a helper or someone to do that for you. Then you'll be fine. You don't need me. You just wanted a personal cook and cleaning lady. I'm not stepping another foot in that house. That's not true at all, Jess. I want you here more than anything else. I can't stand being away from you. I swear I'll do better. I'll treat you right. Just give me another chance. Please. I don't want to hear another word from you, Ned. If you really cared about me, you wouldn't have told me to clean the whole house when I had a raging fever and I felt like passing out. Leaving your sick and pregnant wife home alone to go out drinking with your co-workers. What use do you think I have for someone as cruel as that? A few weeks later, thanks to our attorneys, we came to an agreement and filed for divorce. I thankfully got a small but decent amount of money when our property and finances got divvied up. Even though Ned begged me not to go through with the divorce, he relented in the end because nobody, not his parents nor his friends at work, would stand by his side when they found out how he treated me. Sounds like his dad and his friends especially gave him a hard time for his actions. So it seems he's at least come to realize how badly he messed up. That being said, it doesn't matter how much he regrets his actions or how profusely he apologizes. I have no intentions of trying to rebuild the marriage. He showed me exactly what he thought of me and what he viewed me as, and that feeling of being nothing more than a glorified helper won't ever go away. Although he's still legally obligated to support his child, so he'll be paying child support until they turn 18. But as part of our agreement, I'll be allowing him to see his child for 1 week every 2 months. Even though our marriage has ended, I'm hoping he'll learn to be a good father to his child as time goes on. A few weeks after our divorce was finalized, I was taken to the hospital again. But this time, I was there to deliver my baby, not because I collapsed while cleaning. I gave birth to a beautiful and healthy baby son. And every single day since then has been an absolute blessing. Not to say that raising a newborn child by yourself isn't difficult, because it most certainly is. But with a strong support system like the one I fortunately have, I'm thankfully managing to do a decent job, I think. And I'm sure that once I start working next year, it's going to get even harder. But if it means that I can give my son a good life, then it'll definitely all be worth it. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to see more content. See you next time!